Louisiana, the winner here, grabs a share of the WAC title. The WAC in their last year in football, and it'd be a great way to finish off the sophomore campaign for Chucky Keaton, who has been brilliant as a passer and runner in the first half. 17-3. Big plays were the story early on for the Aggies. Their defense has played well throughout the course of the game, and Sonny Dykes looking to make some adjustments here.
Yeah, Utah State just taking off where they left off before their bye week. They're still playing very aggressively and very disciplined on defense. On the other hand, La Tech, they have not connected offensively. You've seen some overthrown balls. You've seen some procedure penalties. You look at the penalties right there on those halftime stats. Big penalties prevent Utah State from being way out. They've killed themselves in the red zone with penalties. And the 8 penalties, 4 of those are procedure penalties, stopping first downs for La Tech. The big thing there is you look at the passing yards of La Tech, 83 yards. I expect them to come out and play a lot better in the second half.
Aggies will get it to start the third quarter. Nelson's kick, returnable. At the 8-yard line, it's Kerwin Williams, who's had a great career of returning kicks, and he's out to the 22, and that's where Utah State will have their first third quarter possession. Williams was big on a touchdown catch of 86 yards. He has been sensational in so many facets, but equally important is the play of this guy, Chucky Keaton. 11 of 16 in the first half, and never got him in a bad situation.
Here's the problem. La Tech's defensive front four can't put pressure either on the outside to tackle the quarterback or maintain him, keep him in the pocket so he can't rush up in the middle of the defense to make first downs or big yards.
They'll hand it off to Kerwin Williams on first down, and he's across the 25 for 4 yards. Actually, it's Joe Hill getting the carry as Williams was in on the kickoff. Hill for 4 yards.
And really, La Tech's defense has played fairly well. They just can't sometimes capitalize when they've made a great coverage to get the quarterback on the ground.
Jamel Johnson and Dave Clark combine on the tackle there. A lot on the line here. Louisiana Tech, their highest ranking ever. Utah State looking for their first WAC championship ever. Keaton over the middle, through the hands of Cameron Webb, and incomplete. That was a bullet.
Yes, he can throw it hard. Might have been more of a touch pass situation, but La Tech, in their fan base right now, it's time to try to take this game back over. Third down, third and long. This is where you want people. This is what Utah State's done to La Tech. Force these long third downs.
Play fake for Keaton, rolling left, downfield. He wants Van Leeuwen. He's got him. He hangs on at the 45-yard line. 20-yard pickup. And a nice catch by the big 6'3" target.
That's protecting the deep zone by the flat corner. He has got to stay back. He comes up and closes short. He should have been back there in a too deep secondary. Too much room.
Keaton's 12th completion. He's over 200 yards through the air early here in the third quarter. Wants to put it up again. Has some time. Deep ball. Jacobs at the 20. He's got it inside the 15. He beat his man. Craig Johnson, the nickel, back to the football, and another big play.
Just come out throwing the football here to start this second half. That ball almost brought rain. It was so high. Just a perfectly thrown ball that Jacobs could run it down, get underneath it, and pull it in.
43-yard pickup. Keaton to Jacobs, the fastest Aggie, outran Johnson, then beat him to the football. First down at the 14. Twin backs this time, Hill and Williams. Option, keeper, Keaton to the 5. He's to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Utah State.
Well, Trey, they had him in a third and long and gave it up. That's when you need to put the hammer down and convert. And man, now it is right back in Utah State's favor. The big Mo is swung back to them. La Tech's got an uphill battle right now.
What a way to come out of the gate after halftime.
Absolutely.
5 plays, 78 yards. Keaton caps it off with a 14-yard touchdown run.
I heard the fans on their feet. They were stomping their feet in the stands, and now dead. The air is dead right now. It's all up to La Tech's offense right now. They know that their defense is going to give up points. Hey, they're behind. They got a long ways to go, but they do have time on their side.
Keaton with a touchdown pass and now a run for a score. 3-touchdown lead. There's defensive coordinator Dave Aranda, the guy we talked about in the open, one of the top defenses in college football, allowing just 13 points. They've played at a whole different level against one of the top offenses in the game. Big lead. His defense will take the field after that touchdown run by Chucky Keaton. There's the kick off of Banks. It's loose at the 15, and the Aggies might have it. There's a scramble for the ball. It hit Banks square in the shoulder pad, and Utah State has a fumble recovery.
The things that you never expect to happen on your sideline just happen. He's excited about running this ball back. It ripped right off the top of his shoulder pad, and he had really had no chance to get it. He's going to make a better effort. There's a lot of Aggies in on that ball.
Cameron Sanders, the guy that finally hopped on it, the junior from Oklahoma City. And what a turn of events here. And there's a veteran Banks that's dumbfounded right now. He's stunned.
Not a good feeling. Seen it happen. A lot of crazy things can happen with this football it's kind of odd shaped.
This team coming in, Louisiana Tech, third at the FBS level in turnover margin. That has backfired today. Cameron's been picked. Here's Williams on the carry. Flag is thrown as he eases it inside the 10-yard line.
Where this flag is thrown makes me think it's going to go against Utah State. That's going to hurt. They have made big penalties in the red zone today.
That'll help out the Tech cause a little bit defensively, but still they've got to be in a little bit shell-shocked here. I mean, this is a game that could be 27-3, and you normally say, hey, Tech can make that up, but their offense hasn't been anything close to what they've been all year long.
27, could be 31-3. You just don't, this quarterback is playing very well, very smart with the football.
First and 20 at the 22 now for Chucky Keaton. Hands it off to Hill. And the sophomore from Fullerton, California, straight ahead for 3 yards to the 19.
This would be a critical red zone stop for this defense that's had a hard time every place on the field so far this year.
And sometimes it's the little things. Tech needs something positive to go their way. They haven't had much today.
Not much.
2nd and 16 now. They gave Hill 4 on that last carry. Williams is the lone setback this time. Van Leeuwen and Austin split bottom of the screen. Play fake for Keaton. Underneath route. Hits his tight end for a short gain to the 13-yard line. And gang tackle right there is Tialavea. It'll set up a 3rd down and about 10 from that point.
Okay, they tried to sneak Kellen Bartlett back into the other corner of the end zone, and Jamel Johnson just did a terrific job staying with his coverage, looking at his keys. That's what defensive football players have to do. They play good defense. You read your keys and you react to those keys. Nothing else.
Solomon Randall, one of 32 seniors on that last tackle. They're 3 of 4 from the red zone. Here's Keaton under duress. Keaton with a flag thrown, throws incomplete. Intended for Austin in the far corner. And the flag thrown behind the Aggies.
Let's see what this call is. And it looks like it's going to be a hold or a procedure against a hold. The question is, do you want him to kick the football right now, or do you want to take a shot?
Kevin Wimpy, the left tackle, the guilty party. They will decline that penalty, and we're going to see Nick Diaz again. This would be a big field goal here.
No question about it. This is big for the defense, big for the team for La Tech to get a field goal just out of this, a total misplay on special teams.
Diaz has converted from 38. This will be a 30-yarder out of the hold of Jerron Bentrud from the right hash. And he splits the uprights. They cash in off the fumble on the kick. It went off of DJ Banks. So Gary Anderson's team extends their lead 27-3 early 3rd quarter. Miranda, the Aggies defensive coordinator, has held one of the top offenses in college football to just 3 points. They just cashed in on a field goal after a special teams fumble. It was a fumble by this guy, DJ Banks. He'll get another opportunity here. Ventrude ready to kick it away. The Aggies have dominated. This is not uncharted territory for the Bulldogs. We'll explain here in a bit. Banks from the 5. And he's taken down at the 21-yard line. This is a team, and you mentioned it earlier, John, that trailed A&M by big numbers and almost pulled off a victory. They were down 46-23 to Texas A&M in Shreveport in the third quarter and came all the way back to almost win that thing. They're down 24 here, but they've got to get back to playing offense the way they're used to.
They got to play their offense, and I don't think they're going to go into any 2-minute type deal. But I also don't expect Dave Aranda over on that Utah State sideline to play defense any differently. He's going to continue to play aggressively with his players substituting, trying to get him into third and longs again so he can be aggressive to make the ball come out quick.
It's almost mind-boggling that they only have 83 yards passing. This is a team that leads the nation in total offense, and they've been shut down. They try to run it with Dixon and a couple yards, and that's it. They've tried to lean on that run game more than the pass game, thinking they could find something there.
Well, they wanted to see if they could take this experienced offensive line and knock Utah State back. They have not been able to do that. Just on that last play, just shows you what Utah State's doing. They are dominating up front. There's been some procedure penalties against the offensive line as well. They're a little nervous at this point.
Coach Anderson said this might be the fastest pace we've ever seen facing this Tech team. Well, they've matched up pretty well against it. Cameron going deep, wants Patton. Inside the 45, he's got it. Quentin Patton with a catch. He had to come back to it and turn his body around. A big play.
That's just great athletic ability and focus to haul that pass in. Tight coverage. Lawson was step for step with him, but when he turned away, he brought it in the sideline.
39-yard pickup to the 45. Here's Dixon trying to get to the outside. Dixon inside the 40 and hammered out of bounds at the 38. He took a big-time shot, and he gets right back up.
He is so tough, so powerful. Right back to the huddle. Actually, the no huddle.
Oh, that was Devontae Glover Wright that unloaded on him.
Plays a lot of football. Plays even on the offensive side of the ball for him sometimes at Utah State. Good football player.
7-yard pickup. Handoff. Holly straight ahead. He hits the hole quickly, and a first down to the 34. McKeith Brady on the tackle.
What a nice changeup to be able to go back and forth between the power back in Dixon and the shorter, faster, quicker back in Holly. Sticks that foot in the ground. And he's upfield. And he can shake too.
Cameron has had a subpar game, trying to lean on the running game a little bit. Hands it off to Holly, and this time the Aggies are ready for it. Kyler Fackrell shutting that play down. There he is again, number 52, all over the football field.
Like this guy as a football player. Once again, up front, string the outside, sweep play. A number of players set the edge, pursuit players get there, and the fill player, Fackrell, makes the play.
Coach Anderson said this season, sky's the limit for this kid. Great frame, just a redshirt freshman from Mesa, Arizona. Play fake for Cameron. Deep ball for the corner, and it's incomplete. Patton couldn't hang on. He had a great chance at it near the goal line.
Perfectly thrown football right down the chimney. Good coverage, but not good enough. That ball's thrown quite well. Got to hang on to that one. And Patton, I'm sure, knows every bit of that.
Patton has had a battle every play, but you don't see him miss many opportunities as a receiver.
The most experienced wide receiver coming into the game with 83 catches.
3 catches today, 46 yards. Had the big catch on this drive. Handoff to the near side on the carry. It's Dixon, spins inside the 25. First down as he's out of bounds at the 20. Pickup of 15 for Kenneth Dixon.
Watch the blocking out here on the perimeter. There's the offensive lineman. Watch the receivers. They all stick and stay with their hands, driving the defenders back so that he can make that run. Wow.
Inside and they'll go again. The same play. Dixon left side puts his head down, and he drives to the 15 for 4 yards.
How many times have we said that? There's the same play again, especially into the boundary, into the sideline of La Tech. That's so impressive. You know, Tony Franklin, the offensive coordinator, told us that they are going to sustain blocks. Look at the offensive line. That's rough and tumble football right there.
Brady met him in the hole and took a couple steps backward as he took the hit there. 2nd and 6. Here's Holly to the near side. Slants to the 10. He's got a first down as he backs his way to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal.
What a changeup to be able to go between these two backs. The power back in Dixon and then the slasher in Holly. He sees that hole. He sticks his left foot in the ground and he's upfield.
Big bone formation now. 1st and goal. Holly, same play, slanting left side, and he's down to the 2-yard line. This is where they believe, and you mentioned it, where the offensive line can really be a factor late in games.
T.D. Perot, I guarantee you, those guys have their offensive line coach's mindset, and they are coming off the football and hitting people in the mouth right now.
Stephen Warner, the 5th-year senior Lombardi candidate, leading the way at center. Handoff left side. Dixon, touchdown Bulldogs.
That's a statement right there, Trey. That was impressive. Just mashing people backwards, putting them on their backs as Dixon carries it in. Woo! That was entertaining.
25th rushing touchdown, FBS freshman record already in that category, as Nelson's extra point makes it 27-10. Kenneth Dixon and that ground game, getting the Bulldogs back into it, leaning on the big guys up front. Kenneth Dixon has 68 yards, but more importantly, he capped off an 11-play, 78-yard touchdown drive with a touchdown run. A much-needed score for the Bulldogs, and it was a physical drive that gets him back within 17. Here's Jacobs on the kick return. Trying to get to the outside. Jacobs turns the corner, and he's out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
That's a great return after what I would call a bludgeon ball drive by the La Tech O-line and running backs. That's what they used to call 9-on-7, knocking people smash mouth. That was impressive.
And the crowd senses, there's a sense of urgency here.
Yes, there is.
They know that they're running out of time here midway through the third.
This is a big drive right here for the La Tech defense. They need to come alive.
Williams is the running back. They send Travis Reynolds in motion, top of the screen. 2 receivers split right. Keaton looking to throw it. He's pressured. Chucky on the move. Throws incomplete. Threw it to the sideline. And mostly just out of bounds, but Bartlett was in the vicinity.
They missed a hold back there on the defensive end. First time starting this year, Kendrick James, number 22. He has half his jersey off right there.
Sometimes you can get away with a few things from
Yeah,
time to time. You saw that with the Eagles and then at the college level.
Happens to everyone.
Option game now. They hand it off to Hill, who's the motion man, and a nice gain for number 32. Joe Hill up to the 41-yard line. Kind of a stretch play there.
Absolutely. Whether you're going to give it to him or you're going to keep it, that's the advantage of a quarterback that's really handy with his hands and can run it with his feet.
We're 3 of 8 on third downs, and the Tech fans to their feet here at Joe IA Stadium. 3rd and 3. They put Williams in motion. Keaton, first down catch made by Tialavea. They're going to mark his forward progress to the 46. Big target at 6'4", 260. He hauls it in.
Doesn't catch a lot of balls, but this is a great catch right here. 3 guys. He's the last guy out in the pattern. Great design of the play. Stretches the defense and has Tialavea come out late.
Chip Hester, the 50-year senior, on the tackle, but it's good enough for a first down. Keaton has been sensational through the air. 15 of 23, 270 yards. Play fake this time. Down the middle. Jacobs at the 37 hangs on for another first down. Tackle made by Mike Schrang, the strong side linebacker, but that was a bullet on the money.
What happens here is the play fake holds the linebackers and opens up this seam for Jacobs as he's coming on the intermediate dig route. The linebackers get pulled up and it opens it wide open. It's hard for a safety or a corner to cover that intermediate dig.
Split backs, option, straight ahead. They'll give it to Williams on the dive play, and he gets 3 yards as he leans forward to the 33-yard line.
Some hard-earned 3 yards right there.
You know, and he's 5'8", 189, but he can play that power game a little bit.
He's a tough back. He is
Approaching the 6-minute mark, 27-10, Utah State. The winner grabs a share of the WAC championship. Tech has a school-high ranking on the line. They're 20th BCS poll, 19th in the other polls. Here's an end around into the hands of Nets and the freshman. And the speedster inside the 25 has a Utah State first down. He is a freshman from Oakland Park, Florida, who's made some big plays this year.
5'7", 145 pounds. I can't find him. Nice timing for that play where La Tech is starting to try to play some great defense. Change it up with a total misdirection on the reverse.
High school teammate of their receiver, Travis Reynolds, Florida kid as well. First down at the 25, nearing that red zone again. Again, Natson in motion, this time into the backfield. Chucky gonna keep it on the option. Keaton to the 20, finds a seam to the 5, and he is in. Touchdown, Aggies. Keaton finds the end zone again.
You try to feather a quarterback out there on the perimeter and an option quarterback like this, you better get him on the ground. He's too good. He's probably the best runner out there on the option play. They had 2 La Tech players there. Nobody took the quarterback.
Chucky Keaton has made it 33-10. They go 7 plays, 66 yards. He has 2 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown runs, and he's stealing the spotlight for a guy that's a Davey O'Brien semifinalist, Colby Cameron. What an effort from the Aggies tonight. 34-10 with 5 minutes and change to go here in the third quarter.
Had some opportunities on a couple of different third downs, couldn't come up with it. Utah State making the possession longer, taking more clock, up yards through a variety of different ways. I mean, we had a reverse, we had some quarterback option, we had some throws. Chucky Keaton is the total package here tonight.
On the phone trying to get some more thoughts from the coaching staff, but 288 passing, 102 rushing, 4 touchdowns total. The thing that the coaches say about him, his work ethic is so contagious to the players around him.
Everybody sees it, everybody gets energy from it, everybody wants to get better just like he wants to get better. That's really good for a football team. And once again, this is not a totally experienced football team. The defense is very young in some positions.
It's hard to believe Keaton's a sophomore the way he plays.
Absolutely.
24-point advantage. Banks awaiting the kickoff for Bentry. One hopper into the end zone, and they'll bring out the football on the touchback.
Trey, they don't have a senior on their offensive line at Utah State. Not one. They're all juniors, sophomores.
You know, they also had an injury to Oscar Molina Sanchez, a right tackle. Have not seen him this year. He would have been a guy that would have helped him, but the way their offense is clicking now, it's the right time to do it in November. They're peaking at the right time.
Well, that bye week certainly helped them a lot in the preparation for La Tech. They are playing really well on both sides of the ball. They're not getting the silly penalties they had in the first half.
Here's Holly on the carry off the right side. He's across the 30 for 6 yards. Now, they focused on the run. How long do you stay with that? Down by 24.
I see McGrady, by the way. Safety going off the field right there.
Brady.
Brady goes off limping a little bit. They've got to put the ball in the air here, Trey.
Here they go on the play fake. Downfield, guess who? It's Patton, and he's got it. He beats his man for the big play. They keep going to number 4, and they should. One of the top receivers in college football. They stretch him out on that one.
Competition between these two corners versus Patton is just fun to watch.
39-yard pickup working against Will Davis. First down at the 31. Handoff to Dixon off the right side. Dixon moving the pile. Strong run, and he's finally pushed out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 26-yard line.
See, when you have the ability of the quarterback to connect with the deep throws, you can throw some runs in here as well. Right now, there's still a lot of time left. La Tech just has had their struggles stopping the Utah State offense.
2nd and 4 from the 25. Cameron for Miles White in the corner, comes back to it, makes the catch, and a touchdown for the Bulldogs. They answer quickly.
Yeah, that's pretty fast. 2 deep throws. The last one, the touchdown pass to White. That ball's thrown up there. White just knows he has to come back, step inside the cornerback, Nevin Lawson, and make a big play. Catching the ball in his hands.
4 plays, 75 yards, takes him just a minute and 16 seconds. 25-yard touchdown pass to White. That's his 5th TD grab of the year. Still plenty of football left to be played in this one as Nelson makes it a 34-17 game. Miles White, the Michigan State transfer, ton of talent, according to Coach Dykes. Should be as good as Patton. That's saying a lot. That speaks to what they think of him as a receiver.
Played some football. He's not a small guy. He's a 6'1", 185-pound redshirt senior. He's been out in the practice field. He knows how to come back and make those plays. The ball was lofted high, and Miles White just had a bead on it. Stepped inside. Lawson made a big catch.
All right, John, so it appears that Tech has found their stride on offense. Their problem now is stopping Utah State. They're having a tough time defensively.
What can they do to try to force a long 3rd down and get off the field? Right now, keep between the option game and throwing the football downfield. He is taking over.
This Louisiana Tech crowd has been good tonight. They've been loud. Team trying to battle back here. Nelson's kick to Jacobs. He's going to come out of there. Jacobs gets a block, and he's out to the 23-yard line. Mel Johnson on the tackle. Well, Chucky Keaton has had some big games this year for Utah State. Maybe the biggest, the win over Utah, where he had a couple touchdowns, a big scramble in their overtime win over the Utes. But he's just a sophomore. This one would be quite the feather in the cap because it puts him within striking range of winning an outright conference championship. That means a lot to this staff.
Oh, my goodness, the way they've come on, they are looking at back-to-back bowl games. They've done that in about 30 years.
It'd be an amazing feat. Here's a handoff to Kerwin Williams. Bounces to the outside, got a first down to the 40, and Williams finally tripped up. They'll mark him out at the 48-yard line. Williams heating up now.
Right back with a big play of their own. Answers. They just got too many players there in this defense right now. Just not sure where they should be. Got a little bit of a clip there on the crackback. The spring, Williams.
25 yards for number 25. He's rushed for 66 on 10 carries tonight. It's time they'll send him in motion. Pump fake. Now Keaton tries to drop it off, and that is almost intercepted. Austin got a hand on it, and he almost kept it alive. It could have gone the other way.
Absolutely. That would have been a big play going the other direction.
That was Bo Feet that had a beat on it. From the 48 this time, they'll go trips to the left side.
Cal State, they show a lot of different looks.
Schrank coming on a blitz. Misses Keaton. Keaton to midfield. Keaton has a first down inside the 40.
Trey, this guy is supersonic. You know, with the dive option coming out on the perimeter, he's got some blocks, but he makes his blockers look even better than they are. He's got great feet. Vision.
12 yards on that pickup, 12 carries, 114 yards, couple touchdown runs for Chucky Keaton. Stealing the spotlight from Louisiana Tech tonight. It has been the Keaton show. Williams has been big, but Keaton has been big in the run and the pass. Calls his number here, and they shut it down as they dropped him for a loss back to the 43.
That's the first time I can remember them stopping Chucky Keaton. That's the first time I've seen him with a TFL, tackle for a loss.
Shaquille Lucas got to him.
They brought pressure off the edge. There was no place to go up and around. He had to go inside, and he got some penetration. Lucas making a big play.
He has really matured this year into a leader, more consistent at that defensive tackle spot. 2nd and 13 now as they show blitz. They're coming. Keaton over the middle, incomplete. Wanted Bartlett. And it's 3rd and long.
When Giles, on the pressure, stays with Bartlett, who is one of their most dependable receivers, particularly in the short crossing routes. Right there. Now, what do we have? We have another big 3rd down. It's time for La Tech defense to stand up and make a play here, to go over the sideline and have some Gatorade.
4 of 9 on 3rd downs today. Blitz coming. Keaton deep ball. He wants Austin Liggins on the coverage, and he's got it at the 5. How did he haul it in, John? He took it away from Liggins at the 5-yard line.
Number one, it picked up the pressure. They were all one-on-ones. There's no free safety. You have no place to play except over inside the receiver, which he does. He leaps. He's just too big for the defender.
6'2" frame, a huge catch for the 6th-year senior. He's been a great story battling back from the injuries. 1st and goal now.
6'2" over 5'10". Great timing by the receiver.
Keaton continues to deliver in the clutch. Fakes it to Reynolds on the end around. Looking to throw. Throws back in the end zone, and it is incomplete. He had 2 receivers in the area, and that's always dangerous, as Tialavea couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, the crossing receiver in Bartlett. Tialavea was there. I think he was trying to hit Bartlett, as a matter of fact.
2nd and goal now. Chad Boyd, by the way, the Tech safety out. Status unknown. He's off the field right now. Option. Chucky turns it up, and he leans forward inside the 2-yard line. They'll have a 3rd down coming up. And this is a huge play at this juncture. If they can punch it in, it really is going to make it an uphill climb for the Bulldogs.
You know, Keaton's also strong and powerful. I mean, he was hit about the 4-yard line by Kevin Kissenberg. He just went forward for another 3 yards.
From the 1, Williams straight ahead, and he powers his way to the goal line and no indication. He's in. Touchdown. A late signal, but Kerwin Williams has a huge touchdown. They have 40 on the board.
Trey, this defense and offense for La Tech all year long is known that this is an issue. They're going to give up some plays. They're going to give up some touchdowns. But this is getting deep now. We're just about here at the end of the 3rd quarter. And not one time has La Tech been able to stop Utah State in the 2nd half.
And that one goes 9 plays, 77 yards.
They're just maintaining this comfort zone with these touchdowns.
Make it 41 now after the Diaz extra point. Williams has a touchdown catch and a touchdown run. His counterpart, Keaton, has accounted for 4 touchdowns. And it's 41-17. Now, this Tech team has given up a lot of points this year, but this is a bit shocking, the way this game has gotten out of hand.
The way that Utah State answers every single time that La Tech moves the football. They had a better first half from La Tech. In the third quarter here, which is about to come to an end, Utah State has matched it. Just matched him, score for score. And Keaton is directing an attack that is making a lot of big plays.
I never forget the comment from Matt Wells, the offensive coordinator, this week. He said to us, we can hit home runs, meaning the baseball analogy, we can come up with the big plays. And they've done that. I mean, they have... It started with the Williams catch.
And the other important thing that he said, we need to score when we get in the red zone, and they've done that almost every single time except that turnover on the kickoff return that was fumbled.
No doubt about it. Banks across the 20. Look out! DJ Banks.
He could go. He could go.
30. He's gone. Touchdown Tech. They answer just like that.
Wow. He's explosive. We said that at the beginning of the show. And he is now putting on the show. Oh, you gotta like it. He had a fumbled kickoff return earlier in the game, and now he just busts this one down the side. It ain't gonna catch him. He's too fast.
98 yards for the junior from nearby West Monroe, Louisiana, to make it 41-23. And this one has really opened up here in the second half.
We're going to have a 17-point game again here. 3 possessions. La Tech has just got to find a way to stop them one time.
It's really on Louisiana Tech's defense right now.
It really is, Trey.
Nelson's extra point makes it 41-24 with a quarter and change left. And I think we've just begun. This is 17-3, Utah State at the half, and this has developed into a shootout now.
This is like NBA basketball 10, 15 years ago. Those are the last 2 minutes that will determine the game. Who has the ball last? But once again, the cushion that Utah State has created is the problem, because La Tech's defense has been unable to stop in the second half.
With so much riding on this game, a share of the WAC title, this has really developed into an interesting game. Again, if they're not able to slow down Utah State, and playing the devil's advocate here, Utah State, they might continue to do this because Louisiana Tech, second in the nation in yardage allowed. They've not really stopped anybody consistently all year long.
They got to keep the hammer down, and once again, they got to keep putting that ball in Keaton's hands. Let him make the plays. They don't have any answers right now over there in the La Tech defense to handle Keaton and all the different things that he's doing. So that, if I was over there in that Utah State sideline, that's what I'd be thinking. But all week long in preparation for this game, you're out there on the West Coast. I'm over here on the East Coast. I enjoyed my drive over from Monroe. I thought I was in the rolling hills of Virginia. Beautiful up here in Ruston, Louisiana. Really beautiful. But I couldn't wait for this game to start, and I have had no disappointment.
It's been fun. Here's the return by Jacobs, and he's bottled up as he fails to get across the 17-yard line. Gary Anderson told us this week, though, look, we're not going to have a 7-3 game. Yeah. Prophetic, to say the least. It's going to be a wild one.
Special teams always can help in an effort like this. This is a massive effort between both of these teams. Maximum strain out there on the field. That's what the game's all about. Strain. You got to strain to win.
Chucky Keaton this season threw for 404 yards, a career high against UNLV. He's already thrown for 327 yards here today. Williams straight ahead. He breaks one across the 30 for a first down, 12 yards on that pickup.
wonder sometimes, why are these seams getting split? It's one of those defenders up front. Most of the time it's the defensive line. They don't hold their gap. It's one back running, so it's kind of gapped out football. When you throw the quarterback in there with Keaton, he becomes the extra guy. He has the gap to himself.
12 carries, 79 yards for that guy, Kerwin Williams. Also has a touchdown run and a touchdown catch. Keaton to the air, the sideline to Natson, the freshman, and a short gain to the 34, 3 yards on that pickup.
A heck of an effort out there to make that tackle. Bryson Abraham to shake off a blocker and make a play.
And that is the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter to go with the share of the WAC title on the line. Utah State and Louisiana Tech. Some big plays so far. 1 quarter to go from Ruston.